We are law this city, and we can change things to prevent brutality and racism against all people in this city. Change is here, and it happens now. Thank you all, and may God bless the city of New Haven.
Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President, and good evening. As a point of order, Madam President, all alders who have the capability of being on video in order to vote should turn their video cameras on. I move approval of the Journal of the May 26, 2020 Board of Alders Special Budget Meeting.
Second.
The item has been moved in second. Discussion. Are there any corrections to the journal? Seeing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passes. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. On unanimous consent, I ask UC on item number 1 from the tax collector submitting an order of tax refunds June 1st, 2020.
Is there anyone going to deny unanimous consent? Seeing none, Mr. Majority Leader.
I move the item.
Second.
The item has been moved in second. Discussion. Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passed, Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. Continuing on unanimous consent, I ask UC on item number 2 from Sergio Smith, order of the Board of Alders approving a request for assistance regarding tax account numbers 993, 93, 100, 115, and 100, 116.
Is there anyone going to deny unanimous consent? Seeing none, Mr. Majority Leader.
I move the item.
Second.
The item has been moved in second. Discussion. I call on order from Ward 6.
Thank you, Madam President. This item is just, we're going to help Mr. Smith with waiving his interest in order for him to pay his taxes in full. And as we have set a precedence, we want to ensure a timely submission and timely collection of such taxes by allowing folks to become unanimous consent by having them pay everything at once. Thank you, Madam President.
Is there any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passed, Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. I ask unanimous consent on item number 3 from the Chief of the Department of Police Services submitting a resolution of the Board of Alders of the City of New Haven authorizing the mayor of the
I hear it. It is.
of New Haven to participate in the U.S. Department of Justice 2020 Bulletproof Best Partnership Reimbursement Program, to accept reimbursement as offered by the U.S. Department of Justice and to execute all documents and contracts as necessary.
I would like to note for the record that order from Ward 19 has joined us. Is there anyone going to deny unanimous consent? Seeing none, Mr. Majority Leader.
I move the item.
Second.
The item has been moved in second. Discussion. I call on order from Ward 12.
Thank you, Madam President. This is the annual Bulletproof Vest Partnership Grant. The grant this year is for $56,848 to reimburse the city for up to 50% of the costs for new vests. Not every officer will get a new vest, as the vests have a specific life expectancy. Therefore, replacement depends upon the current vests and when they were initially purchased. This year, approximately 76 vests will be replaced by this grant. I ask for your support on this item.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passed, Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. I ask UC in item number 4, public safety, favorable from the Chief of the Department of Police Services submitting a resolution authorizing the mayor to apply for, accept a grant for $515,823 from the 2020 Coronavirus Emergency Supplemental Funding Program.
Is there anyone going to deny unanimous consent? Seeing none, Mr. Majority Leader.
I move the item.
Second.
The item has been moved in second. Discussion. I call an order from Ward 12.
Thank you, Madam President. Honorable colleagues, this U.S. Department of Justice grant for $516,000 will cover equipment, supplies, and other expenses related to the pandemic. It will allow the purchase of PPE, sanitizers, and autoclaves to discontaminate vehicles, equipment, and work areas, as well as other equipment to facilitate remote recruit training. It's a 2-year grant with no local match. Only $56,000 of that is for overtime. And keep in mind, this grant will serve both police and firefighters. I ask your support on this item. Thank you.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passed, Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. Under communications, I note items 5 through 12. Under first readings, I note items 13 through 16. Bringing us to second readings. Under second readings, I move items 17, A through D. 17, finance favorable. A, order to read and file the updated budgetary and financial reports for the month of December 2019 in compliance with Article 8, Section 5 of the Charter. B, order to read and file the updated budgetary and financial reports for the month of January 2020 in compliance with Article 8, Section 5 of the Charter. C, order to read and file the updated budgetary and financial reports for the month of February 2020 in compliance with Article 8, Section 5 of the Charter. And D, order to read and file the updated budgetary and financial reports for the month of March 2020 in compliance with Article 8, Section 5 of the Charter.
Second.
The item has been moved in second. Discussion. I call an order from Ward 24. I will call an order from Ward 25.
Thank you, Madam President. On Tuesday, May 12th, the Finance Committee heard these items and voted to recommend that they be read and filed. I encourage colleagues to vote to do so. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor to read and file these items, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passed. I would like to note for the record that order from Ward 22 has joined us. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. I move item E, ordinance amendment to appropriating ordinance number 1, authorizing budget transfer number 202-20-1, transferring funds from debt services account in the amount of $1 million to the fire suppression overtime account.
Second.
The item has been moved in second. Discussion. I call on order from Ward 24.
Thank you, Madam President. Sorry, I had a little technical difficulties there. On Tuesday, May 12th, the Finance Committee heard this request to transfer funds from debt service to the fire suppression account. The Finance Committee voted to recommend approval of this item, this transfer, and I ask my colleagues to approve it as well. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, this is an ordinance amendment. We'll have the city town clerk take the roll.
Saban,
Yes.
Douglas,
Yes.
Hurt,
Yes.
Rodriguez,
Yes.
Singh,
Yes.
Rodriguez,
Yes.
Roth,
Yes.
Kupo,
Yes.
Decker,
Yes.
Vesta,
Yes.
Haywood, Antunes,
Yes.
Santana,
Yes.
Acosta, Santiago,
Yes.
Crespo,
Yes.
Ortiz,
Yes.
Tola,
Yes.
Edwards,
Yes.
Clyburn,
Yes.
Winter,
Yes.
Morrison,
Yes.
Walker Myers,
Yes.
Hamilton,
Yes.
Marshawn,
Yes.
Rakim,
Yes.
Perlow,
Yes.
Marks,
Yes.
Wingate,
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Is there anyone who haven't voted wishing to vote? Is there anyone who have voted wishing to change their vote? Seeing none, the item passed. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. Under miscellaneous, I move item 18A, motion to amend matters previously adopted. A, from Alder Kubo submitting a motion to amend LM-2017-0381, a matter previously adopted by the Board of Alders on November 11, 2017, regarding the disposition of the lot known as a portion of 90 River Street, consisting of a portion of reused parcel D in the River Street Municipal Development Project area, since the applicant Patriot Marine CT LLC extending the expiration date to June 1, 2021.
Second.
The item has been moved in second. Discussion. I call on order from Ward 8.
Thank you, Madam President. This is a motion to amend a matter previously adopted by the Board of Alders at its November 11th, 2017 meeting. This motion serves to amend the disposition of the lot known as a portion of 90 River Street, consisting of a portion of reused parcel D in the River Street Municipal Development Project area, since the applicant Patriot Marine Connecticut LLC has been delayed in acquiring this property. The applicant plans to move forward with the purchase and construction of a bulkhead on the property immediately upon closing. Therefore, this would amend the expiration of the initial Board of Alders order from within 12 months from the date of passage of this order to within 12 months from the date of amendment of this order. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passed. And before we go back to the Majority Leader, I would just like to note for the record, because I'm not sure whether I did, that Alders from Ward 17 and 22 has joined us. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. Continuing under miscellaneous, motions to amend matters previously adopted, I move item 18B, from Alder Singh submitting a motion to LM-2020-0106, amend a matter previously adopted by the Board of Alders on February 18, 2020, regarding the disposition 151 Rosette Street to correct the allowable use.
Second.
The item has been moved in second. Discussion. I call on order from Ward 5.
Thank you, Madam President. Honorable colleague, on February 18, 2020, the submission document contained a city plan commission advisory that proposed reducing the occupancy from a two-dwelling unit to a single dwelling unit, which did not reflect the submitted proposal of the developer. City Plan Commission advisory report has been updated to reflect the property remaining as a two-unit dwelling, which was the intent of the developer. Therefore, I respectfully move to amend the motion previously adopted by the Board of Alders to reflect the following changes. Amending the Board of Alder approval to reflect the adoption of the updated City Plan Commission advisory report, thereby amending the occupancy from a one-unit property to permit the occupancy of the property to remain a two-unit structure. I urge my colleague to support this amendment. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstention? The item passed. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. I move to suspend section 24-1-A of the rules of the Board of Alders to conduct further business.
Second.
The item has been moved in second. Discussion. Seeing none, all in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passed. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. Under unanimous consent, I ask you see an item number 19 from Alders Walker Myers, Morrison, Furlow, E. Rodriguez, Nicola, Clyburn, Santiago, Ferraro, Santana, Hurt, Marchand, Roth, Ortiz, Crespo, Smith, C. Rodriguez, Decker, Cupo, Saban, Hamilton, Edwards, Wingate, Roth, Festa, Winter, Singh, Douglas, Marks, Brackeen, and Antunes, and others, submitting a resolution of the New Haven Board of Alders condemning police brutality evident in recent incidents across the country and committing to take necessary steps to change the culture to prevent the occurrences of similar incidents and for the benefit of the shared common good.
Second.
Is there anyone going to deny unanimous consent? Seeing none, Ms. Majority Leader.
I move the item.
Second.
The item has been moved in second. Discussion. I call on order from Ward 29.
Thank you, Madam President. In these dark times, can you hear me? In these dark times, I think, we have to make a decision on how we're gonna problem solve this way of life in reference to police brutality. And I just want to thank, you and the leadership and everyone who signed on to this resolution because, senseless lives are being lost. At the same time, we got to protect and serve who protect and serve us. So I just want to say I support this resolution, and hopefully we can take a lead on showing the nation how we can be a city of resolution. Thank you.
Any further discussion? I call on order from Ward 27.
I believe it's 22, Madam Chair. Madam President, excuse me.
I don't have on my glasses. I apologize. Order from Ward 22.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I too stand in support of this resolution. We have to work together. Police brutality, we have zero tolerance for that. But we all are one community, both the police and the community. We are one community. And if we don't sit down, lock hands together, and embrace one another and make sure that we are protecting one another without hurting each other, if we don't do that, then our community it will be no longer. And so in order to make sure that people are protected without force, without unnecessary force. We have to communicate. Communication is key. And I stand here in support. I ask the rest of my colleagues to support this resolution because we have to take on the leadership. We have to be the pioneers to show that we all can work together. And the only way to work together is to talk to one another, is to come up with rules and regulations together as a team. So I thank you, Madam President, for this time to be able to speak on behalf of this resolution. And I ask my colleagues to please support. Thank you.
I will now call on colleague from Ward 27.
Thank you, Madam President. I stand in support of this resolution. As a Black man living in the United States, I become the primary target of police brutality. And until this culture changes throughout our whole country, we will witness more people being attacked, victimized, killed as a result of systemic racism that is among the ranks and files of those who we trust with our public safety. And so I thank the colleagues who are signing on to this resolution. This is just the first step in acknowledging what's going on. And we're looking forward to coming together as a legislative body to begin to push for equality as we work with our state delegation, other community partners and organizations to make New Haven a better place, not just for us, but for our children and for all residents. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion? I call on order from Ward 16.
Thank you, Madam President. I share the same sentiment as my colleagues, and as a Puerto Riqueño and a native from Puerto Rico, I have to say that my background consists of three cultures: Africano, Taíno, and Europeo, which means as a person who has the ability to adapt and embrace all of the different backgrounds, we have to collaborate as a legislative body, as a community. And just like the saying says, it takes a village. That means the body, the people, and the police department, and every department that consists of the city. So I certainly support this resolution, and I believe that we need to work together to stop this violence of our Black and brown brothers and sisters, because it is something that we need to come together. And just like, we discussed, we have to come to the table, come up with resolutions, and we have to do it peacefully and definitely talk and come up with a resolution that's going to impact the entirety of the city in a positive way. And so I certainly want to urge my colleagues to also approve this resolution. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion? I call on order from Ward 4.
Thank you, Madam President. I hear the cry of mothers, their relatives, and the loved ones of our brothers who have been impacted by police brutality. And I stand with all of my colleagues and everyone that must be part of the solution to stop police brutality, especially in New Haven and throughout the country. Thank you, Madam President.
Any further discussion? Seeing none, all in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? The item passed, Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. Under communications, I note item 20. I move to close suspension of section 24-1-A of the rules of the Board of Alders.
Second.
The item has been moved in second. Discussion. All in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Any abstentions? And before I go to points of personal privilege, and before a motion to adjourn, I would like everyone to please join with me in a moment of silence for George Floyd. Thank you. Okay, I will now call on order from Ward 7.
I had actually raised my hand to speak during the resolution. I'm sorry, Madam
no.
President, and I hadn't put it down, but maybe I'll just say what I had meant to say then, that I'm grateful to my colleagues for putting this forth. We have to change how our society works. As someone who's white, it is not fair that when I walk down the street, I'm treated differently than people who aren't white, and that can't continue. And we need honest conversation. We need things like moving forward on the Civilian Review Board, but we need to work together. And I know how strong the feelings right now are so strong, but we have to come together to make change. Thank you.
Thank you. I apologize for not seeing your hand then. I will now call on order from Ward 28.
Thank you, Madam President. Yes, I just want us to take a moment of silence for Geneva Polak, a longtime pillar in our community. She served under ex-Alder Brenda Foskey as ward co-chair. So if we could just take a moment to recognize her in this moment, please. Thank you. Thanks.
I will now call on order from Ward 29.
Thank you, Madam President. I just want to say that on your anniversary of your grandmother's passing, she will be so proud of you on how you be moving things through this process. It's not an easy job that we stand and do and try to do the best of and get the least from. I just want to say keep doing a great job, and truly, 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 she will be proud of you. And I can say this, no one can say this, but you steal her peaches.
Thank you. Any more points of personal privilege? Okay, seeing none, I do think that we have to do this work together. It's necessary for all people in our city. Everybody want to be safe. It doesn't matter who you look like, what you look like, where you live, everybody want to be safe. And we have to work together to get this done. And that means everybody in the city. We can't do it alone. The police can't do it alone. The mayor can't do it alone. It's going to take all of us. So I just want everybody to leave this meeting knowing that even though sometimes the road be hard ahead of you, if you stay true to your values and you work together, we all will be okay. So now with all of that being said, a motion to adjourn is appropriate.
I make a motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Say
Aye.
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 No discussion.
No points of
everyone.
privilege.
Oh wait, somebody had their hand up for personal privilege. I'm sorry, I didn't see it. Everybody be safe.
Thank you. You too.
You too.
Be safe, guys.
God bless.
Amen.
Looking like Cherokee
Good night.
Nation there.
Thank you.
I love you.
Thank you.
All right, all the